he sent Jesus to unalive for our sins. Why did he require a blood sacrifice? Why couldn't he just verbally forgive us?
Because then he would be unjust. If you let evil go unpunished, well, then he would be an unjust God.
Wait, I thought Jesus was all good. I thought he was the perfect spotless lamb.
Yes, he is.
Then why did he unalive himself, being the perfect spotless lamb, if he needs sin to be punished? How can you punish sin when he's the perfect spotless lamb?
Someone has to take the punishment. It's either us or him.
Okay. But I am being punished for not believing. So I'm still being punished, and then Jesus was also punished. So we both be punished?
Well, you're going to be punished because of your evil actions. That's
What did
consequences
I
on you.
okay. What did I do that was so evil?
Have you ever told a lie before?
Yeah. Um yeah, I told people in the other live I was attending that my name was Lucy. My name's not Lucy. So I have lied.
Why do you lie for?
Well, they asked me what my name was, and I said, I don't want to say. And they said, tell me now, or we're gonna kick you. And I said, oh, Lucy. and they
So you
and then
think
every time they talk to me, they call me Lucy.
so you think it's okay to lie and deceive people,
There was only like 8 people watching. It wasn't a big deal.
but you
And
think
my
it's
and
okay.
my best friend, my cat, is named Lucifer, but we call her Lucy. So I was just going off of my cat's name.
So if everyone in the world only told lies, do you think society would function?
Um, no, the person running the United States in his first term alone told over 3,100 lies, 31,000 lies in his first 4 years. He was averaging about 69 lies a day, and our country has gone to HE double hockey sticks. So lying's not good, but also me telling a lie to not dox myself that my name is Lucy's not a big deal.
Hmm. So you agree it's good to follow biblical teachings then?
No, I don't like the way the Bible gives laws. I think their laws are kind of harmful, very harmful, and some of them are very silly.
So you said it's not good to follow biblical teachings, right?
I don't like the biblical teachings. I mean, I can get down with about three and a half of the Ten Commandments, but that's about it. I don't like any of the other ones.
So when God says thou shalt not lie, do you think that's good to follow?
Thou shalt not bear false witness. That's the three and a half commandments. So the half is the bearing false witness because there are some circumstances where lying to somebody could protect you or could protect somebody else. So I don't think don't lie all the time, always tell the truth could cause harm. That's why it's like a 3.5. That's the point 0.5. Lying to your spouse, not nice. Lying to those you care about, not nice. Telling somebody I met in a store who asked me where I live, me being like, whatever, 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 and not being honest, I don't think that's a big deal.
Well, there's a third
Sometimes lying is
option.
necessary. Sometimes lying is necessary to protect you. If somebody asked
I
me, oh, they're being kind of forceful with me and I'm single, I would be like, oh, I'm married or I have a boyfriend. And sometimes that gets guys to back off because they don't want to deal with another dude, right? Not always, but sometimes. So I would tell guys all the time, oh, I have a boyfriend. Sometimes that would work, right? But that's just because I don't want to deal with the consequences of telling a guy no because sometimes they get aggressive, right?
Okay, I could see where you're going with that. But I honestly believe we should never be telling any lies. It would be better if you kept silent than spoke a lie.
Okay, so I have a question. If do you have a partner?
Nope.
Okay. If you're throwing a family member a surprise party, When you throw a surprise party, you technically have to lie about everything. You have to lie about why they're coming to your house. You have to lie about what time they're going to get there, right? Like you have to be like, you have to pretend that you don't know it's their birthday. So when it's their birthday and they want you to say something, you just lie and you pretend you don't know. Surprise parties are innocent, but there's a lot of lying that goes into the final aspect of a surprise party because that's how you surprise them by lying the whole time. So when they walk in their door, they're extra excited, right? Because if somebody was like, "What are you doing today?" and you're like, "I'm blowing up balloons for your birthday party," then that ruins the whole thing. So there are times where lying is acceptable. If you have a friend or a coworker that's asking you, "How does my outfit look?" and in your brain you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you look very unattractive, like that does not flatter you at all," you would hurt their feelings. So you would probably say something like, "Oh, that's a very nice color," or that's a nice outfit," right? You're not going to be like, "Boy, that was a horrible choice." There's some times where you're just protecting people's feelings, and that's okay.
Okay, so you personally, would you rather hear the harsh truth or a comforting lie?
It depends on who it is. I don't need somebody that I'm not very familiar with to get over familiar with me. If I walk in a room and I'm like, "Oh, my bangs are being kind of funny today." I don't need people that I'm not comfortable with being like, "Girl, talk about a bad choice in your hair." There's no point of that. But if I have a trusting relationship with somebody, they can be more honest and it won't be a big deal. But familiarity is just inappropriate with people you're not very comfortable with.
Okay.
So there are times where lying's fine. If you have a child and something's happening, sometimes you'll lie to them to protect their feelings, right? You want to protect their innocence. So sometimes we don't need to be truthful all the time.
Mm. Could you give an example of that?
Let's just say it's a 3-year-old and the mom gets raped by a stranger, and then the dad has to tell the kid, "Something happened to mommy. She's gonna be okay, but just so you know, she's not feeling well." That's what you'll probably tell the little kid. You're not gonna give them a play-by-play detail on what happened because you don't want to traumatize them. Sometimes sheltering them is a good thing.
Hmm. Well, I mean, the parent could say she got hurt.
But
It
like,
doesn't
okay,
have
so like
to say.
I was 7 when my little sister almost got unalived because she had a medical issue that almost unalived her. I remember when I was 7, my parents or whoever was taking care of me at the time was like, "Oh, your sister's in the hospital." But now that I'm an adult, my parents were like, "She was so close to being unalived. She was so close." But they didn't tell me that when I was 7. That would have freaked me out. And guess what? She didn't get unalived. She was fine. She came home and now, you know, she's like one of my only friends, right? But at the time, I didn't know she was about to be unalived. Because why would you tell that to a 7-year-old? Because why would you tell a 7-year-old your sisters start saying your goodbyes now as a 7-year-old when there was a chance that she wouldn't get unalived? Then you're kind of messing them up for no reason.
Hmm.
Okay,
Well, that's
sir, do you really adhere to all the 10 Commandments?
well, not all.
Okay, which ones do you not abide by?
Well, I don't keep the Sabbath.
So you work on Saturdays?
Yeah.
Okay, well, God's very strict about not doing that.
You have to use the proper context.
Um, in Exodus, in Exodus 20, he said, "Thou shalt remember the Sabbath and keep it holy."
Okay,
Or I
but
think it's
he wasn't
18:20.
he wasn't talking to Christians, he was talking to the Israelites. I am not an Israelite, I'm a Christian.
So you're telling me you love the ninth commandment, which is thou shalt not lie or bear false witness. And even if it's to the point of don't traumatize it, or you want to traumatize a child by telling the truth, or you want to spoil a surprise party so you can tell the truth, but then you're over here being like, but your boy works on the Sabbath. So you're like, if lying means traumatizing somebody, I mean, if telling the truth means I'm traumatizing somebody, then I'm going to traumatize them. You're down for that. Or spoiling a party, but you're going to work on the Sabbath. That's an easy one.
I told you you could keep silent. If the truth is too hard for some people to bear, you can always keep silent. You don't have to speak.
But you have to lie in the case of a surprise party.
Well, that's if I choose to throw a surprise party.
Yeah, but you'd have to lie. So do you think it's evil to have a surprise party?
It's not evil, but lying is evil.
But you would have to lie in order to have a successful party.
Well, in a very unlikely scenario, I could probably throw a surprise party without lying to someone. Probably. I'm not entirely sure if I could do it, but there's a slim chance I could pull it off.
Okay. Let's don't invite Samuel to any surprise parties. Okay, let's test Samuel on his skill of not lying during a surprise party. Okay, I'm the one you're throwing a party for.
Okay.
You're the one throwing me a party. Okay, I'm texting you, Samuel, what are you doing today? And you're getting ready for my party, okay? What are you up to today?
Hey, I'm just doing my normal stuff. I gotta work and have have some fun later. What are you doing today?
I don't know, Samuel. I'm just doing my normal stuff. Okay. I don't know, Samuel. You told me that you needed to borrow my car, right? Or do you still want to borrow my car, or why am I coming over if you don't need my car?
I need your car because my car it broke down. It's at the mechanic shop. So, can I borrow your car for the day, please? I really need it.
Samuel, you said you weren't gonna lie. That's a humongous lie.
Well, if my car is actually down, I didn't lie.
Okay, but is your car down?
I'm assuming yes in the scenario.
But okay, so your car is down. Okay, I'm dropping off my car. Do you want me to bring dinner? Actually, thank you. Do you want me to bring dinner
No,
over since you're letting me borrow your car? Or you're borrowing my car? Okay, do you want me to bring over dinner?
no, you don't have to cook anything. I'll cook for you. It's
Why
all
not?
right.
I'm bringing it. So I'm just gonna bring some stuff. I'm gonna bring Taco Bell.
Nah, we're good friends. You don't have to do that. I'll cook for you. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it, okay?
But Samuel, you've never cooked a day in your life. Why are you cooking a meal?
I just learned recently on YouTube.
So wait, so Samuel, side note, are you cooking or are you catering this party? Usually surprise parties, they bring in food.
Well, wait, are we out of character?
Yes, we're out of character.
Oh, I didn't realize. Sorry. Well, I'll cater or cook
Okay,
or
you're catering. Okay. So wait, you don't ever cook. Why are you cooking tonight?
well, I felt like I wanted to learn how to cook. It's a good skill to have.
So you're
Just
cooking
felt like
tonight.
doing it. Yeah.
You just said you're catering. So you lied
Oh,
again.
oh, sorry, I messed up. I messed it up. My bad, my bad.
Um, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from my parents today, my closest friends. Nobody has texted me that it's my birthday. That's kind of sad.
Really? That's so strange. I wonder what's up.
Do you know something, Samuel?
Well, I know a lot of things. What would you like to know?
What's happening, why nobody's responding, and why you're cooking and doing, and then why you want my car for 8 o'clock at night to get your car fixed when the car place is closed already?
Well, I said I know a lot. I don't know everything. So I guess they might be busy. I'm not too sure. You could text them and ask them.
Okay, what about the car? If the car place is closed, why do you need it at 8 o'clock at night?
Well, I just really need it. I'll let you in on the details later, okay? So just trust me for this one, all right?
Okay. Okay, oh yeah, what's wrong with your car?
Well, the engine, it's not starting, so my mechanic, he's trying to fix it. So that's why I need your car for the day, okay?
So really in real life your car's not working? Oh,
No, well, right now, yeah, the check engine light is on, so I have to go and fix that.
Samuel, unless you actually take your car in, this is a lie.
Well, yeah, could be, but I'm assuming my car is actually down.
Let him cook, let him cook, Laura. Uh, okay, but if you don't take your car in, then you lied to me about taking your car in.
Okay, yes, that would be a lie if my car is actually down.
I think that's all we got for the surprise party. How did he do, chat? I think you only told a couple lies, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good for this surprise thing. So you work on the Sabbath and you lie a little bit.
Well, yes, I try not to lie because people are so like some people can't handle the truth. So like when you tell them the truth, you get such a big reaction, and maybe sometimes it's better to not say anything because some people it's just the truth is so overwhelming, sorry, that mm, people can't handle it. So I prefer to keep silent.
Okay, so if your coworker asks you how they look and you think they look really bad in your mind, what do you tell them?
Ooh, um, hmm. I'll try to change the subject because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
How are you going to change the subject organically?
Hmm. Well, if we're working, if the boss told me to do something, I'll remind them, hey, yo, we should focus on this. We'll talk about appearance later.
Wait, oh, you told him we're going to talk about his appearance later. Okay, so doop doop doop, later comes. Samuel, remember when I asked you how this outfit makes me look? What do you think?
Well, it looks, I liked you better when you wore that green dress the other day. Like that's just my preference. That's just my opinion, all right? Yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh, no. Holy moly. I can't breathe. Oh, this is so funny. Okay. Samuel, you're too much.
Thank you.
Oh my
I
god, that's
tried.
so funny. Okay. Boy. Okay, okay. Next slide. This is too fun. Okay, okay. Oh, this is so funny. Okay. You're just sitting in silence. Oh my god, this is so funny. Okay, okay, next slide. Next slide, chat. Next slide. We love a fake laugh. Look at this. My makeup is serious, not fake. I can't breathe. Okay, next slide. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Laura or LJ. Okay. So if a little kid comes, chosen one, this guest is just cracking me up. We're talking about this guest says he does his best to not lie, so we're testing him. That Daily Bird, I appreciate it. Okay, a little kid approaches you, Samuel, and you're like,
Right?
"How's it going?" And they're like, "I'm so excited, Samuel. I'm so excited. Santa's coming in a couple days. Are you excited that Santa's coming?"
Um, Whew. Just give me a second. I have to think about this.
Okay.
I'll say this. Well, kid, that's so good for you. But
No, Samuel. No, Samuel. Are you excited that Santa's coming?
oh, am I excited? Well, mm, well, not really. Sorry, but I'm not really excited for that.
Why wouldn't you be excited? Don't you love Santa?
Well, right, but oh wow, I almost told a lie. I was gonna say, well, Santa only brings good gifts for good children, and I've been a naughty boy, so I won't be getting anything nice this year. But then that's a lie, so I got cornered. You win again.
So what are you telling the kid that's asking you why you're not excited?
Well, I don't think Santa is real.
This guy's is wild. You're looking a little kid in the face. You just looked a 4-year-old in the face and said Santa's not real.
Well,
Oh my
at
god,
some
that's the funniest. That's so funny.
at some point you have to be honest. Like you can't keep believing in Santa all your life.
But they're like 3 or 4.
And this is where I keep silent. Like, if I can't give a good response, a good, truthful response, I think the safest thing for me to do is keep silent.
Okay, but are you telling the kid that Santa's not real?
If I'm pushed to, yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, let me think. Okay, so let's just pretend you had a crazy night out with a lady, okay?
Okay.
It got crazy, okay? And then you go to your parents' house and they ask you what you've been up to.
Oh, why do you have to ask me this type of question? Um, well, I'd say, well, mom, I just went to do some stuff, you know. Um, well, guy stuff, you know, stuffy stuff.
What's guys stuffy stuff? I thought you were out with your girlfriend.
Yeah, I was out with her and, you know, we hang out for a bit.
What were you guys doing?
Well, you know, the normal dating stuff, and, you know, I tell her she's beautiful and she tells me I'm handsome and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, why are you being weird about it? Just be honest. What were you guys doing?
Well, it's just, you know, um, mom, I have to use the bathroom right now.
Okay. Okay. We'll give him that one, chat. That was pretty good. That was actually a really good deflection. That's funny. He's like, I'm gonna run for my mom. I'll tell the kid Santa's not real, but I'm gonna run for my mom. Oh, okay. You catch your boss's wife on a date with another man. Okay? And your boss is asking you questions about what you did last night and who was there. What do you say?
What? Why? It's wow. These scenarios you are giving me, it really seems like lying is much easier to do than to tell the truth because it's really
Exactly.
hard to say the truth.
Exactly. That's why in the Ten Commandments, I put lying in as the ninth commandment is lying. I put lying as a point five no because sometimes lying's not good. Sometimes lying is good to protect feelings and to protect safety. It's unnecessary harm and suffering. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's it's to protect people's feelings. You're not always gonna tell people. Oh my god. I'm sorry. We had asked Samuel, what would you tell somebody if their outfit was weird? If you thought their outfit was weird, he was like, I'll tell you later. And then I said, okay, later Pat came. And he was like, I like the green dress more. Oh, it was so funny. I'm just saying lying is okay sometimes to protect people.